All right, Fighter Sam Battlefields here. We're going to get straight into it. This is a video from Yashar Moody. Obviously, I'm not going to have a go at this guy, but I don't know who he is. But seems like there's. I'm pretty sure this isn't a legit news station, but he's tried to make it out like it is. This is exactly what the youth needs to see today. I'm going to stick it on 1.5, just 1.75 to begin with, and then as particularly Deepak gets on the show, you'll see why, because he talks too quickly. It's okay so far. Let's get it underway.
Mumbai and the events thereafter.
Maybe I'll slow it down.
The 26/11 Mumbai attacks and the numerous engagements thereafter indicate the changing face of conflict. The fight has gotten closer. The battle is at close quarters. The rules of engagement have changed, and so have the training and preparedness of our forces.
Hello and welcome to a very, very special broadcast. It's not just about Wonder Women, but it's also about a doctor trained to kill. In this day and age, the rules of war have changed. The art and craft of war and battle has changed. It's no longer fight at a distance. It's up close and personal. It's about close combat. And today in this broadcast, I'm going to get you to meet and also see the work that a couple have done for about 2 decades now, training more than 15,000 soldiers, Indian soldiers, in the art of close battle combat.
Okay, so straight off the bat, we're being sort of groomed to believe that these guys have trained 15,000 soldiers. They've been making that claim since like 2012. This is 2018. 15,000 though, they stopped at 2012. So either they stopped training soldiers or they had picked that number right from the start. I don't know, but yeah, sounds like a whole heap of bullshit up front.
What we talk
Again, I know fuck all about guns, so and you know, firearm tactics, etc. But I know enough to know that looks like nonsense.
about power couples and people who have gone where no man has been. But we're going to talk to a woman where no man has been, or rarely have men been. And we're also going to talk to 2 doctors who are perhaps trained to kill. Now, quite ironical that we are there, that these are people who have come face to face with, come to admire, respect, but more importantly, salute their sacrifice for the country. Dr. Seema Rao and Major Deepak Rao. Fantastic chatting with you. And
Firstly, they haven't made any sacrifice. They're charlatans.
I know it's going to be, you're going to take us through a lot through the course of our chat and this day that I spent with you. But first up, let me ask you this. 20 or more years that you have served and you've helped the people of this country, and a large part of your story has been sacrifice, has been giving up.
Right.
What made you do it?
Well, I think I'd say that as a child, my father was a freedom fighter, so I was inspired by his stories about the freedom struggle. His father.
So we've been through this. She was inspired by the freedom struggle. That's why I haven't had a go at the concept that maybe she is good at guns. I don't know, but what I do know is a lot of that shit is just theoretical. It's, you know, kind of nonsense for the most part.
Participation in the freedom struggle, and maybe that is what motivated me or inspired me, that if life would give me an opportunity, I too should do something for the country. I could probably trace all of this back to that.
You are perhaps one of the first and the only person who is a trainer who's training the forces in what we call as close, or what you call as close water battle. Or
I've said it before. There is actually a Instagram account from the president. It's verified. I've seen it myself. You can actually go and check it out yourself. Go to Instagram, look up the President of India and Dr. Seema Rao. She's there receiving the award for the service to the country. So that's not in dispute. She has received the awards. What is in dispute is the skills that are being departed. Fuck, what's the word? Anyway, the other thing is this video I'm going to break up into 3 different videos.
And getting where the war and the dynamics of the war have changed. I'll talk to the major industry people. How did people respond when they saw a woman standing there saying, "Hey, I've come here to train you"?
Well, the thing is that I lead by personal example. So if there's any task to be done, I would be the first one to do it. And obviously you need to be skilled, you need to be strong. So I've in the course of 20 years, I picked up various different skills, perfected them.
Okay, couple of things here. One, neither of them look strong. Neither of them. Especially when you see them in their t-shirt training gear. There's no muscle definition. In a previous video, she says she runs twice a week for 5 kilometers. 5 Ks is like 2 miles. It's not that far. I'm not saying that I do any kind of running. I'm a fat cunt. And it's the pandemic, so I'm sitting in this fucking chair a lot more than otherwise. But 5 Ks, mate, I can run 5 Ks. It'll be a slow slog, but I can run 5 Ks.
As well as led by personal example. So if the trainees were to do something, I would be the first one to do it. So that in a way, created respect in their minds that if I could do it, then they follow suit. So that's how it went.
I'm going to get you to do a lot of drills, and you're going to get out of the blazer and get into combat gear and all of that very soon, Doc. But I have to ask you this. You think women are good for combat? You think women are ready? Do you think our armed forces should now open the doors for women and say, whoever is good enough for that spot should get it? Or should they say, "Arey, women, औरत है, वो combat situation में डालेंगे, problem हो जाएगा, enemy के हाथों पकड़ी जाएगी, कुछ हो जाएगा." All these mindsets are there. So I'm asking you point blank.
I think women are strong enough. I think if a woman wants to achieve, something, she can go ahead and achieve. I'm a very strong believer that a woman is not inferior to a man. And if a woman decides that she wants to take up an impossible task, she can do it.
I have absolutely no arguments against that. If a woman is able to meet the requirements of combat, of a combat unit, they should be able to fight in that combat unit. I think maybe it's a language thing, but she said if women can do an impossible task. But yeah, anyway.
I do believe that the forces, women should be joining the forces because they're capable enough, and I believe a lot of women are doing that.
So why don't you join the force then, Seema?
Late. In fact, women are doing very well with the government sector, corporate sector, and defense sector as well. So I think there's this place for women in.
And women are better shots. Their hands are.
Hang on, no idea what he's saying.
The corporate sector and defense sector as well. So I think there's this place for women in.
And women are better shots. Their hands are more steadier.
Steadier.
Yes.
Their brains are more composed.
Yeah, women are. I agree with that. Women are very good shots. So when it comes to shooting, I think women do well, better than.
Let's get the next set of snipers are patrolling our borders to snipe those jokers out on the other side. Why don't we do that? And
Okay,
this couple
yeah.
practices what they teach. I'll tell you why. When she says that if a woman puts her mind to it, she can go ahead and achieve it. This is the mother and the father who have actually proven that they can actually do it, and they will lead by example. We'll show you all of that through the course of this show. Stay with us here.
Okay, I'm gonna put a hold on here. Stay tuned for the next video, which will be coming up soon. Much love.